People think they know the 1957 Chevy Bel Air, the chrome king of American roads. Yet this legend hides secrets most fans never hear. Today we uncover 20 strange and surprising facts that turn curiosity into obsession. Stay locked in because the last few will change the way you see this car forever. The story of the 1957 Chevy Bel Air begins with something surprising. It was not the most expensive or the fastest car of its time. It did not even lead sales in 1957. Ford actually outsold Chevy that year. Yet somehow the Bel Air became the icon that survived generations. The first weird fact is that the Bel Air was considered a mid-range car, not a luxury one. People today look at its chrome trim, V-shaped emblems, and golden Chevrolet lettering and assume it was top tier. In reality, it was built to be stylish, but still affordable for the average American family. Another strange fact is the nickname Baby Cadillac. The Bel Air borrowed styling from Cadillac models of the mid-1950s. The designers wanted people to feel classy when they drove it. The side trim, wraparound windshield, and bold front grille created the illusion of a more expensive car. Families felt proud driving it, even though the price was reachable for many working people. The 1957 Bel Air was also one of the first cars to offer factory fuel injection. This was mind-blowing in the 1950s. Fuel injection was something seen in race cars and aircraft engines. Chevy wanted to prove something. They wanted to show that American engineering could step ahead of the world. The optional fuel-injected 283 V8 produced 283 horsepower, which made the Bel Air the first production engine to achieve 1 horsepower per cubic inch. That became a legendary benchmark in automotive performance history. Yet here is another twist. Most buyers did not choose the fuel-injected engine. Only a small number left the factory with that setup. The majority had carbureted engines because fuel injection was expensive and unfamiliar at the time. That is why today, an original fuel-injected Bel Air is extremely rare and incredibly valuable to collectors. The Bel Air's body design also holds a hidden detail. The chrome trim on the rear fenders was shaped in a way that let owners insert different pattern materials behind it. Dealerships pushed this idea as a customization advantage. You could personalize your Bel Air without buying custom bodywork. Some owners inserted metal mesh, some used colored inserts, and others even placed reflective pieces to catch sunlight. The dashboard had a quirk too. The clock was placed in front of the passenger, not the driver. The idea was to make the passenger feel included on long drives. It was a design philosophy from Chevrolet at the time, make the journey feel shared. The Bel Air was also used in many racing competitions quietly. Street racers quickly learned that the Bel Air's frame was strong, the body was lightweight for its size, and the engine loved upgrades. It became a favorite in the underground racing scene. This connection to American hot rod culture helped the car's legend grow stronger every year. People saw it, people heard it, people remembered it. Stay watching because the next chapter takes us into surprising cultural stories, film appearances, strange owner habits, and how the Bel Air became a symbol of teenage freedom. The 1957 Chevy Bel Air did not just live on roads. It lived in American culture. One of the most unusual facts is that the Bel Air became a symbol of rebellion. Teenagers in the late 1950s and early 1960s saw it as the car that represented breaking away from strict rules. Movies began showing cool characters driving Bel Airs, turning it into a cultural icon long before nostalgia made classics popular. Elvis Presley is connected to this story. Though he had many cars, photos from the 50s show him around Bel Air models. Fans copied what they saw. If Elvis made it cool, then it was instantly cool. This helped the Bel Air become a centerpiece in rock and roll lifestyle imagery. Another strange detail is the massive popularity of the Bel Air in Cuba. After the US-Cuba embargo, no new American cars could be imported there. Cuba kept its 1950s cars running for decades using homemade parts, Russian parts, and even boat engine parts. The 1957 Bel Air became a survivor of time on Cuban streets. Many of those cars still drive today, painted in bright colors, carrying tourists. It is like seeing history still alive. Hollywood also played a huge role. The Bel Air appeared in countless films, especially movies that portrayed youth culture. Filmmakers chose it because it looked dramatic on camera. The chrome caught the light perfectly. Movie directors knew that the Bel Air was more than transportation, it was identity. Another secret is how quickly Bel Air fans created clubs. By the 1970s, car clubs dedicated only to Tri-5 Chevys, 1955, 56, and 57 models were forming all across America. These clubs traded parts, restored cars together, and hosted huge meetups. The Bel Air did not fade away. The community protected it. One reason the Bel Air stood the test of time is the strength of its aftermarket support. Even today, every part of a 1957 Bel Air can be bought new. Body panels, glass, interior parts, complete frames, and crate engines are readily available. A Bel Air can literally be rebuilt from scratch like a giant model kit. This is extremely rare for cars of its era. Another unusual fact is that the Bel Air's steering wheel had a deep dish design for safety. Designers feared that drivers might hit the center hub during a crash, so they made the wheel curve backward to create more distance. It was an early step toward future safety innovations. The car also had one of the first push-button radios in mainstream production. Owners felt like they were using futuristic technology. The Bel Air has a personality that pulls people in. It represents freedom to some, style to others, history to many, yet there are still deeper and more surprising secrets left. Stay with me because in the final chapter, we enter the rarest collector facts, market values, and the strange story of how the Bel Air almost disappeared forever. The rarest 1957 Bel Airs are not always the ones people assume. Most collectors chase fuel-injected convertibles. Yet one of the rarest versions is actually a four-door station wagon called the Nomad. It had a slanted rear roof and unique body lines that made it iconic among custom car builders. Nomads are considered treasure pieces today. Another rare variation is the Canadian-built Bel Air. Chevrolet factories in Canada used different engines and different trim parts due to local manufacturing laws. These models appear subtly different even though they look similar from a distance. Collectors enjoy identifying them through small badges, trim codes, and production plates. The Bel Air also influenced lowrider culture. In the 1970s and 1980s, Latino and Chicano car clubs in California began restoring and customizing Bel Airs with hydraulic suspension, candy paint jobs, murals, and engraved chrome. The style was bold, artistic, and full of personal meaning. The Bel Air became a rolling canvas for cultural expression. Another surprising fact is how close the Bel Air came to being forgotten. In the 1960s, people saw it as just an old car. Many were scrapped for metal or traded in cheaply. It was not until the 1970s that nostalgia for the 1950s grew strong. Car magazines, collectors, and restorers revived interest in the Bel Air. It came back from near extinction. This revival changed everything. The Bel Air went from common used car to classic legend. Prices rose, communities formed, restoration shops specialized in nothing else. Today, fully restored Bel Airs can sell for six figures at auctions. Each piece of chrome, each stitch of interior, each detail tells a story. The paint schemes also have interesting stories. Tropical turquoise, matador red, onyx black, harbor blue. These names alone feel like memories. The colors reflected optimism of a growing America where people dreamed big, traveled more, and felt proud of their cars. Another fact that surprises many is that the Bel Air was not built for show. It was built for daily life. Families used it for grocery runs, road trips, work commutes, and school pickups. That everyday connection is why it holds emotional value even beyond design and performance. Some owners passed their Bel Air down through multiple generations. Fathers handed them to sons, then grandsons. These cars carry family stories. They carry laughter, journeys, memories of summer nights, and moments of growing up. This is the heart of the Bel Air. It is more than metal, rubber, and glass. It is living history that traveled through time. As we close this chapter, remember this: the Bel Air is not legendary because it was perfect. It is legendary because it meant something real to the people who lived with it. The 1957 Chevy Bel Air remains an icon of style, freedom, and memory. It shaped culture, survived eras, and still turns heads today. If you enjoyed discovering its hidden truths, subscribe for more classic car stories that go deeper than nostalgia. Your support keeps this legend alive.